Hey guys, it's Erin. I wanted to film a little bit more of a chit-chatty sit-down video today because I wanted to do a quick review of the new Essie Expressie nail polish line. I asked my twin sister to get a few of these nail polishes for me for Christmas. We always decide exactly what we're gonna get each other so we know what's coming each year. So I picked out 4 shades that I really liked and asked her to get them for me for Christmas. So Essie launched this line with 40 shades and they're all supposed to dry in 60 seconds or less. So I only have 4 of the 40. 40 would be a lot to buy and swatch, but I hope you guys like the 4 that I picked out. Since the Expressie nail polishes are a new line separate from the classic Essie nail polishes, they are in a different bottle, kind of like the Gel Couture, except this bottle is more of just an elongated Essie nail bottle. So the regular Essie line are a little shorter and fatter, and these are a bit taller. One of the other biggest differences about the Expressie line is the brush inside them, and they're really promoting this a lot in the new line. So it has this angled brush that's curved to one side, and it's supposed to make it easier to paint your other hand. So I'm going to insert a clip here so you can kind of see what it looks like. The brush does have a rounded end, which I prefer for my nail polish brushes, and it's wide and flat, which I think is better for application. Because it has this wide flat brush, I actually found that I was able to paint some of my nails in just 2 swipes, which is great, and again adds to the fact that this line is supposed to be really fast and like you're painting your nails as you're out the door. And in terms of painting your other hand with this brush, I'm actually a lefty, so I always paint my right hand better. Over the years I have gotten better at painting my dominant left hand, but I do think that this brush will be really helpful for people who struggle with painting your other hand. Just because of the shape and size of the brush, you can do just a few swipes, and the angled brush and having it wide and flat really makes it easy to get to the edges of your nail. So I wanted to do some live swatches of the 4 nail polishes that I have. So I guess the first one I'll do is Throw It On. So this is like a light lilac purple shade. It's really pretty. It's got a lot of pink tones to it, and it's just a classic cream polish. I really like this shade a lot. I really like purples. I usually don't go more warm toned or more pinks, but I thought this one would be nice and different. So I've tried applying this nail polish 2 separate times. The first one I only had to do 2 coats and it was completely opaque. The second time, I think I applied too thin of coats, and I did have to do 3 coats of this one. So the Expressie line is advertised to be 2 coats of color and you're out the door, but I did have to do 3 coats on this swatch here. So yeah, I think this color is really pretty. I see it being a really nice color for spring, and actually Saoirse Ronan wore this to the Oscars, so if you want to match her, you can pick up Throw It On. Okay, so the next shade I picked up is Air Dry, which is this kind of medium, almost denimish blue. It's got this kind of neutral quality to it, but it's still blue, and you guys know I love blues. So here's a live swatch of this one. I think the formula on this one especially was super smooth, and it really went on creamy and nice, and it was perfectly opaque in 2 coats. So this one's definitely a winner for me. I'll definitely be wearing Air Dry. Next up I have Get a Mauve On, and this is kind of a neutral-ish purple shade. Just like the name, I would describe it as a mauve, and I think this is a nice shade if you like to incorporate color but you don't want something too bold and out there, especially because some purples can be so bright and, you know, kind of crazy. I think this one's a little bit more muted and nice if you want something a little more classic. Again, you have to be careful with this one because it can become a 3-coater if you let the brush touch the base of your nail too much and you kind of pull away and cause some bald spots on that first coat you did with the color. But I was able to get this to be 2 coats with both times I tried it. To avoid that, you basically want to make sure that you have enough nail polish on your brush and you're not letting that nail polish brush touch the first base of color too much and pull away at that color. And the last of the 4 shades I got is Mic Drop It Low. So this is a really interesting color, and I feel like I don't have a lot of nail polishes like this in my collection. I would kind of describe this as a magenta wine jelly polish, and then it's got all these really beautiful orange flaky glitters in it that add a really nice multi-dimensional shift to it and a nice little bit of sparkle. In the bottle, I feel like I expected this to be more of a deep magenta or even like a deep wine color, but it ended up being a little brighter and pinker on me, which I guess I don't mind that much. I don't really go for pinks, but maybe in the spring and summer when I'm looking for a little bit of a brighter color with a fun little bit of sparkle, this will be one I pick up. So I wanted to talk a little generally about this nail polish line and my thoughts and kind of the pros and cons of the Expressie line. First off, my verdict on the drying time. These definitely are quick drying, more quick drying than the Essie nail line, and I think even the Gel Couture line. To put it in perspective, when I was filming the swatches for these nail polishes, my camera wouldn't even go to the auto shut off in between the first and second coat because they dried that quickly. So I was able to do the first polish, stop recording, and even before my camera could auto shut off, probably maybe 30 seconds, maybe 45 seconds, I can't remember what my camera is set on, but it'd be already dry and I'd be able to go into the second coat. To test the dryness, I basically just touched and pressed my nail lightly, and there was no denting, no rubbing, no color coming off. I'm sure if you had like a thicker coat of polish and you really like got a nail in there or something, you could dent it, but from what I was doing and from imagining, like if I was putting on the nail polish and running out the door, I think it would probably be fine, which is great if you're on the go. Also, the big part about this line is the brush. So at first I feel like maybe I didn't love this brush. I just felt like the fact that it was angled was unnecessary, but I feel like the second time I used it, I got a little bit more accustomed to it, and I actually liked the fact that I was able to do one swipe with it facing the other way and then flip the brush over and have the angle on the other side so I could get to the sidewalls of both sides of my nail. Maybe it's because I'm totally not used to something like that and I paint my nails a lot and I use a lot of nail polish. This brush just seemed a little bit out of left field for me, but the second time I used it, I actually think it could be really helpful, especially for people who aren't good at painting their nails. The last thing I want to say about this line is something that probably won't matter to anyone else, but for someone like me who really loves nail polish and kind of the process of having nice painted nails, one thing that I didn't love about this line is that it doesn't have a base coat and it doesn't have a top coat. And I think that's intentional because it's meant to be quick and you're just putting on the color and it's dry and it's done. But I'm kind of a purist in that I like having a base coat and I like having the two coats of color, and then I always need to have a top coat. I can't finish my nails without putting a top coat on it. So I kind of found that frustrating about this line. I really wanted a quick drying top coat to go along with the Expressie line. Actually, of the 40 shades that Essie has in this line, there is like a clear coat one, but it's not advertised as a top coat, so I don't think it is. I think it's just meant to be if you want a quick drying nail polish but you're not looking for any color, you just want something quick on your nails to protect them. So I don't think that's necessarily a top coat, and I kind of wanted a quick dry Expressie top coat to go with these polishes. Luckily, all these polishes were pretty self-leveling and I didn't have any problem with them being bumpy or kind of needing a top coat. They were pretty shiny on their own. I just really like to seal in my manicure with a top coat. So all of the Expressie nail polishes are $9 and they're available at Target, Ulta, Amazon. I'm gonna have them, the ones I showed in this video, linked in the description box below. It is an affiliate link for Amazon, so if you don't want to use it, that's fine. But if you do, it just kind of helps support me and my channel. That's pretty much all I have on this line. My verdict is if you're looking for fun colors in a quick drying formula and you love Essie, I think you'll definitely love these nail polishes, and I can definitely see myself getting a few more of these shades, especially if they come out with some new collections. I hope you guys found this review helpful. If you want to see more videos like this or any other kind of videos, please let me know in the comments. I'm always looking at your suggestions and I try and reply to everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment telling me what video you want to see next. Bye!